Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. So, Di, what happened last time? Do you remember? And no, we didn't have a cat in the last stream. That was yesterday. Nonsense is what happened. The biggest thing you probably remember is Jersey creating a scene to teach us about perceive. I know that rhymed, but I don't think that was fully intended. I know what Di's thinking. No, you fully intended that rhyme. We learned a little bit of new things. Our witness, whose name that slips my head right now because he's not a very familiar character. He's our panty snatcher. What was his reason for taking panties? Do you remember what his reason for taking panties? He doesn't understand magic. That's a good way to put it. Yes, he was trying to understand how these magic panties work. It's an illusion. Now we have to investigate and figure out how this murder actually happened. Because we don't know who killed who. Because we just discovered that our witness is not at fault for killing, but they're going to still accuse him because there has to be some alternatives of how he killed him. Because he was shot in the right temple. And this right temple was facing the opposite way from our client. And how does a bullet hole itself get formed by a shiv or a blade? That's the question we're going to be working out with. So yes, this investigation is going to teach us more about who's our killer. June 16th, 23 p.m. Write Anything Agency. Now, if you take a look at the first 3 Ace Attorney games, most of the time they start like in September, and we're already done by January. June is not a date that we actually normally see in the Ace Attorney series, which would end up becoming the date's norm through the rest of the series, which kind of screws up a lot of birthdays. What a train wreck that was! Glad we made it out of that trial alive. Is Twitch gonna break again? Really? I had fun. And Walkie made it through the day, too. Everyone was too obsessed with panties to bother with the real case. Oh, there it is. It's just delayed. But it was good publicity. Imagine the crowd at my show tonight. You should come, Polly. Yeah. Very hesitant. The amazing Mr. Hat will be making an appearance, just like he made an appearance in the courtroom. Hi, Bugs. I'll be here all week. That's about enough for him. So? Ah! Miss Fiala. For today. Trial went well. Oh, right. No problem. Well, he's not guilty. Yeah. Please. You have to help him. We're supposed to get married next month. Oh. Congratulations. Just a way to put on the pressure on a guy. Please, let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Are you sure about marrying into the Kitaki family? I'm fine. Love Wacky. Oh, my heart. Aw, that's so sweet. So it doesn't bother you that you'll be married to the mob? I don't think so. My parents are against it, of course. Say, where did you and Wacky first meet anyway? Good question. Miss Fiala doesn't look like the type to have things to connect it. Oh, man at my father. Oh, office romance? Not very forthcoming information about herself. Did you know that the boss is trying to get out of the business? Really? Mr. Kitaki wants to quit being a gangster? He's trying to transfer his assets out of the blue. Yeah, there's quite a lot of confusion. Well, the apron implies that he's going to open up a restaurant called the Kitaki, which is in reference to the fox that he has on it, because if I'm not mistaken, Kitaki is actually a term used in Japan. I don't know if it's to means fox or anything like that, but it would connect. I can't imagine Wacky going along with that. Highly motivated. That's not the word I would have used. He said, I'll be the next big boss and keep the family alive. I think he's at the boy wants to market. That's not the way I would have put it. His father moves in a lot of circles. He's really focused on profit. The Kitaki family's been making a killing. And not the way I would have put it. But Wacky says it's not about the money. They have the gangster tradition to uphold. Ooh, a generation gap. They've even got the ever classic, what about the family business thing going? Usually it's the father worrying about you. Can I ask you a question about Walkie? I understand he was operated on by the victim, Mr. Murak. Yeah. I was in his clinic about half a year ago. Messed up my OP something bad. And then he just lets me go without a word. See you later. Bye. So I gotta go in get another doc to patch me up again. Yeah, it sounded horrible. Hockey has always been fond of fighting. I'm not sure it qualifies as fighting when pistols are involved. Gavin was saying his life might be in danger, wasn't he? No! That can't be right! I'm sure he was just trying to scare us. It's scary to think that a surgeon might have made a mistake. But it's even scarier when he tries to hide it. I'd like to know a little more about this operation. Maybe it's time to pay the Maractus Clinic a visit. The beginning. Hockey. This. Right. Leave it to me. Apollo! I think you're only making her more nervous. Sorry, I'm new to this, okay? It's alright, I believe in you. Does she? I wonder if we're going to take a visit to the Hickville Clinic. No, we're not. Okay. The Kataki Mansion? We're not. Go back. Aldoon's house? Well, we could. Front entrance to the Maractus Clinic. The walls and posts are so highly polished I can face it. Wait. They're just flat. There. Perf. Okay. Guess we're going into the detention center. It looks like that's the only thing we have left. June 16th, detention center. Visitors room. Looks like Waukie's out for questions. We really need to talk to him. Guess we'll come back later. Excuse me. Yes? The suspect is all through with questions. Other? Ah! You mean the panty snatcher? Weasley Stickler. So they arrested him too? Alright. So let's have a little chat with Mr. Stickler. I hope I don't regret this. He is a valuable witness. Precious. I'll give him. Please, get this brief reporter. I'm quite busy. You're in jail. How busy can you be? I need to finish this paper. You might as well forget the paper because you're in jail. Mr. Stickler, we'd like to have a few words with you. I think he's in shock. What do you think, Di? Well, as long as they're few, nothing would make me happier, believe me. Mr. Stickler, on the night of the murder, you stole... Wait! I can't help but feel that I'm being misunderstood. How exactly? Yes, that night, I obtained a pair of panties, it's true. However, it was my burning curiosity that drove me to do it. Nothing more. While there's no misunderstanding with that one, we agree with that. That's not the problem. The problem is he took panties. You want to know the trick to my panties, right? You're here too? Great Trucy, teach me! Eh? I must know the secrets of your panties! My very existence hangs in the balance! Please, make me your apprentice! Hey, Phoenix. Apollo, help! I don't know. I think he'd make a great, lovely assistant. Don't say that, Apollo! Could you relate what you saw the night of the murder to us one more time? Why not? Though it hardly differs from the testimony I gave in court, the defendant was there in the park that night. Of course, I'm quite certain he was pointing a pistol or something like that at the victim. That's when I shouted, "Stop, you two! Let's resolve this like gentlemen." And the next moment, a shot was fired. And this is all true? Really? Oh, my panties are gone. My innermost heart revealed. We didn't want to know about his panties being gone. What further reason could I possibly have to lie? I can't think of anything he'd want to hide more than panty snatching. True. It sounds like Walkie was at the scene of the crime after all. Well, we're not negating the fact that he wasn't at the crime scene. Yes, he was. Because the shiv proved that he was there at the scene. So, but he was holding that instead of a pistol. Oh, I wish it weren't so. Okay. I believe we present some evidence. That's it! The mystery! The unanswered riddle! Actually, they're just a normal pair of panties. What? How is that possible? It just takes practice, that's all. Then you must teach me, you must! To think if I could produce a pencil, an eraser, a textbook, and a lunch, all from a pair of panties, my life would be complete. The sad truth about this, Mr. Stickler, he's not recreating these items. These items already exist in the world. You just cannot reproduce something that just doesn't exist. It just doesn't happen. He's serious, isn't he? Fine, ignore my evidence. See if I care. I wonder what he's thinking. On second thought, let's not go there. Okay. Same thing. Okay. I think that's all we're going to get from him, because every one of the other evidence, I mostly believe that he's not going to respond to. If everything that Panty Snatcher said was true, doesn't put walking in a very good position, does it? He was at the scene of the crime, that's pretty clear. There's got to be a different angle on this. Well, let's get investigating. No time like the present. So, any leads? One moment. Kazam! Alakazam! Whoa, that just keeps flying out of nowhere. Ta-da! That's all. Neat, huh? Yeah, real neat. In the later ones, you'll find that they're even more animated. Alright, let's see. Nothing there. Kentucky Mansion? Oh, we'll go to the Kentucky Mansion. What's happening? June 16th, Kentucky. Yikes! She's back! Hey, you two, over here! Us? Yo, little plum, what's up? I think all these gangsters is a negative influence on truth. I heard you retrieved my bloomers. Well, I was just... A man speaks clearly and takes credit where it's due. You caught the thief, didn't you? Yes, sorry, I caught him. You're cute when you're nervous, Polly. I'll deal with you later. Enough about bloomers. What about my son walking? Clearly. Yes, ma'am. This is why I was kind of hoping we could avoid coming back. Can we present her? About these. Hey, my bloomers! Thanks for that, I owe you one. I thought you might like them back. No. Why don't you keep them as a souvenir? Oh no, I couldn't really think. I could use these in my magic panties act. I'll pull sheds and pieces and godfathers out of them. Great, now your props are going from bland to dangerous. He's really everything you'd expect in a boss's son. I'm going to be a gangster dude. The life does have an appeal for that age, particularly for boys. Lucy looks a bit serious. What? Don't look at me like that. He was shot in a turf war about a half a year ago. Yes. We heard the story from Walkie. He didn't tell you the whole story. No, even if he had a pistol then, he couldn't have shot anyone. What? He acts like he's hard, but he couldn't shoot someone to save his life. I should know. I'm his mom. The words do have a certain weight to them. Hopefully, when this is all taken care of, he and the boss can sort out their differences. Boss? You mean Walkie's father? They didn't seem to be on the best terms, did they? It's true. One of our pistols is missing. So the murder weapon was from this mansion? We kind of figured, given the difficulty of obtaining a gun these days. None of the rank and file have access. Seeing as how this is actually the year when Apollo Justice started his lawyering career, it's still relatively, I wouldn't say it's easy to get one, but it's still possible to get one. In most states, you have to have 0 criminal records, I think it's you have to make sure you don't have a criminal record that's within 10 years. I'm assuming. Because that's also the same for a job. You also have to have an ID. It has to be legal ID. They have this big old freaking form and stuff that you have to fill out, and then they have to go through an approval process, just because they also got to give you a background check and everything before you can be approved of a pistol license. So it's not impossible to get a pistol. But they make it sound like it's impossible to get a pistol. Both of those don't work. Yeah, here's what happened. They had COVID. Okay. That still don't work. Only the boss, myself, and Walkie could have taken it. See. We'll find out that there's one other person who could have taken it. I'm sure the cops will continue trumping all over the mansion because of this case. Maybe this is a sign that it's time for a change. It doesn't seem too concerned at all. Wackie's fiance. They're getting married next month, correct? I suppose. She's been staying over lately. Don't look too happy about that little bum. How'd you guess? Despite her personality, Plum does look a bit cute, doesn't she, Di? Even I could tell that. Could you tell us more about her? Walkie brought her home one day. He wants to tie the knot. I can see why. She's so pretty. Oh, she's pretty enough, but no. Nah, it's probably just me being suspicious. Stayed in this business too long, and you start to only see darkness in people. She may not be far from the truth. You got a nose for it. A nose for people. A nose for trouble. I wonder what the problem is. It's like a gangster's only version of female intuition. I think there's quite a few women in this world that feels the same about other women that they feel suspicious toward, because guys don't have that same intuition. Matter of fact, I can almost believe that most guys in this world are blind when it comes to women. You believe that, right, Di? The boss may act tough, but that boy means the world to him. Milwaukee seems like he's against his father's position. Ah, it's to be expected. We're in a bit of a transition now. Trying to cut our ties to the shadier side of the street and do more of the up and out. Wacky isn't too enthusiastic about the change. True. But why the change? Is the gangster thing just not paying the bills? It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. Something must be up. They'll see things the way the boss sees it someday. I know why they're changing, and it's really not that hard to figure it out once you put 2 and 2 together. Their son was shot very close in the heart, and he's on the verge of death. And the gangster life caused it. So they want to leave that life out so they don't risk another life. Because he's family, and he's about to die. So it makes perfect sense that they want to leave the gangster life and live a more positive life. Back. June 16th, Eldoon's house. Not Eldoon's noodle. Hey, it's Mr. Eldoon. Oh, Mr. Eldoon! What's wrong? So, on my stand. That's why I'm here, to thank you. Ah. But now it's a crime scene! And they won't let me have it back. That's also why I'm here. I got no other place to go. Ah, I see. How can a noodle stand be a crime scene? That's what I don't get, Trucy Dell. And then death after my neck. Tell you. Bah! Can't even cook an honest noodle. See? Even in death. You mean the victim, Dr. Maractus? I tell ya. It's enough to drive a man to make his soup even saltier. Probably never eat his noodles when he's in a bad mood. First things first, I want to show him this. It may be too early, but I want to show him this. Because I want some information. Sorry, Sandy boy, my interest is for my stand and precious little elf. Get cracking on this case and get me back my stand, I'm begging. Okay, so we'll wait on that. That stand, for generations, it serves up the very best noodles us Eldoons could make. A tradition for noodles and salty broth. It's more than a stand, it's history, I tell you. Watch what you say, or it might become true. That's a great story, Mr. Eldoon. A single stand passed down from generation to generation? Of course, to be honest, I didn't plan on doing that. That's right, you said something about that. About you rebelling against your pops, was it? Good memory, Trucy Dow. I was a go-getter back in my day. Till my friend next door butted in. In the end, I was left with nothing but this dusty old stand to earn my fortune. Mr. Eldoon, I don't mean to pry, but what exactly did you do before becoming a chef? Bah! Let old noodles lie, that's what I say. I'm trying to get an idea of what he did anyway. He stole my dreams and it left me with nothing but noodles. Now I don't even have that. Mr. Eldoon, if I might ask, What exactly happened between you and the Maractus clinic? Eh? I couldn't help but sense enmity there. Enmity? I hate him. Or hated him acting like he smells like roses when he's rolling in mud. Excuse me? He's the only doctor at the clinic, you know. Pretty impressive, eh? I'll tell you the secret to his success. Mob. Being the Tataki family? They're always having one of them turf wars or whatnot. Always an injury or two that needs fixing. Maractus saw a chance for some business, so he started giving the Tataki family a good deal. A deal? Every 5th operation for free. He stole the idea from my pops. 1 free bowl of noodles a week, he said. He used to say. Can a doctor just decide to do that? What about the insurance company? Oh, no, it's illegal. But it got him in good with family. Pretty soon he was getting all the business in town. Leaving me here in the dark. Up to my neck in soupy noodle. I think I figured out Mr. Eldune's former occupation. Can't hurt to ask, Apollo. Mr. Eldune, or should I say Dr. Eldune? Figured it out, did ya? That's right, I was a doctor, a surgeon, until the year before last. So, Mr. Maractus was your rival? You like those onions put in the soup broth? Yeah, kind of. Take a spoon, you drink some broth, the onions will find their way in it. For people who like them, why, that's just fine. For people who hate them, I hate onions. Hate them. Always sneaking inside, getting in the way of a good taste food. Oh, that's what he was. An onion boy. That's what I call him. So, you weren't exactly friends? Ha! Me and Pal Maractus? Ever since preschool, we were getting in each other's faces. No matter what I did, sure enough, he'd come following along. Then he'd do it better than me. Just blow right past without so much as a howdy. You see, that's right. I was a surgeon long before he was, you know. Onion boy comes along. Well, Trissy, looks like we found ourselves a new suspect. Don't say that! Thanks to him, I was forced to trade in my scalpel for a ladle. Sorry, pal. Didn't mean to weigh you down with the old man's rambling. No, it's fine. By way of apology, if you ever get yourself into a spot of trouble, you drop by. Huh? You're investigating Maractus, aren't you? Yes? Well, you want to know about a doctor? You just ask a doctor. That's all I'm saying. You just think of me if you need something, Trucy doll. Right. Thanks, Mr. Eldune. I guess the time spent listening to him complain wasn't exactly wasted. So, I wonder if I can actually do that. Nope. Can't do that now. Well, we've got to check out this clinic, that's for sure. Yeah, but what about the guard? No harm in asking. Excuse me. Hey, it's you two from yesterday. That's the same officer who was standing out by the park yesterday. Your business is over in the park, isn't it? The clinic's off limits. It's not involved. But what part of off limits do you not understand? Show me proof that the clinic is connected to the incident in the park of today. No harm in asking. No gain either. No point in sticking around here, I guess. actually go in Wakefield Clinic, talk to Wright? No. Do we go to the park? Wait. I clicked the Kentucky Mansion. It's like we have to present evidence. So let's go talk to Aldoon. That's one of my bowls. See the Mr. Salty mark? The mascot of Aldoon's Noodles? They came to the stand, sit, they drink, eat from that bowl. And when they see the bottom, their face looks just like Mr. Salty. Genius, no? Very high concept. You can't fly and trade if you don't love the tools. Remember that. Yes, sir. Sushi has a thing. Now, professionals. Clearly. That's right, Sonny. You're bringing my stand home. I'm ready. Can't you see I'm ready? I guess. Until that stand is back home, the case is not solved. Hear me? I think I'll avoid talking about his stand in the future. Okay, I cannot present profiles in this one. So I have to present something. Either him or Plum. He won't take the medical report, but will she look at the medical report? Sorry, kid, I got no idea what you're talking about. So this pistol belongs to the Kentucky family, is that correct? It's one of the pieces we keep around. That is, we used to keep around. They're all gone now. Oh? Police came yesterday and took everything. Everything but my broom. Don't you think you should have given them that too? You kidding? Can't clean up very well without a broom. Can you tell me if this knife belongs to Walkie? Oh, that's his knife, all right. Bought it for him for his birthday. Wow, that's a pretty hardcore present. I remember him falling asleep with it clutched in his arms. That is not one thing I imagine sleeping with. I can almost imagine the bed was a complete bloodbath. I was given knives for Christmas or birthdays, but they came into a holster, a protective case, and I don't sleep with them. They went in my dresser. Yes, I do have collector knives, and they stay in their case. And they stay in that dresser. Ooh, I know the feeling. I'll bet he was just as happy as I was with my plastic spaghetti. This is the mirror we found. From the hit and run, huh? It's funny how all it ties together like this. You chase after a hit and run and end up Walkie's attorney. Of course, you'll find the real killer soon, won't you? I have a feeling I should be going to... Because I have no other... Oh. June 16th, Detention Center. Visitor's room. I was hoping to meet with my client. Walkie-talkie just finished questions. I'll bring him out. Great, finally. Yo, stop, my little imposter. What'd you just call me? Dazam! It's you! Sorry, G. Thought you were Alita. My little imposter sure is a strange nickname. There's quite a big age gap between Trucy and Alita. Because I will definitely show you. So, Trucy is 15. Alita is 21. There's quite a few years between the two of them. So, how does he confuse a 15-year-old for a 21-year-old? There's 6 years difference. Wait, thing. You wouldn't understand. Did I say imposter? I mean poster. Like, I meant poster, like poster girl, right? If you're going to drop part of that, why not drop poster and just call me girl? Cause she's so much more than that, G. She's like an angel, a fallen angel. And now you're just another fallen angel. So, what can I do for you? You don't look so chipper today, Walkie. Worried about your heart condition, maybe? That was the wackiest thing of all. All us G's standing up, taking eye exams and all that. Better to die young than fade away, bizoy. A relief to hear. Eh? What's a relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you. Man, I ain't trying to hear that. A man fights to protect what's valuable to him. You know what I'm saying? I miss my fallen angel. Hey, you go get Alita for me. You're my lawyer, aren't you? Lawyer, not gopher. So I hear you two be married next month? Straight up, we poured the nuptial 40 out on the soup. Lita, oh, apple cakes. She's so fine. I was wondering, how did you meet? I asked Tiala, but she was very vague. Huh? Well, man. Tell you, I'd best hold my tongue. You feel me? What? Man, what's past is past. She knows that. When I'm with Alita, I feel like there's things worth protecting out there. Feel me? My Alita, gone with all of the way. Both of them are bum about their past. Do you think you could tell us what happened with you and Pal Maractus? No. We Katakis are having what you might call a rivals family. So about 6 months back, I go into rival turf, attacking at night, right? And you were shot? Coolest thing I ever seen. One shot to the heart. My homies weren't too late. It's a miracle that I lived. It's already considered one of the 7 wonders of the Kentucky family. Know that? So you weren't taken to the miraculous clinic then? You should have seen their faces when they wheeled me in. You can't just let the boss's son die, you know? To have been in that doctor's shoes. Mr. Kataki's scary enough when he's not angry. But the bullet that hit you was never removed, and it's still threatening his life. The doctor, he did it on purpose. The rivals paid him off. I'm sure of it. I need to hear more about the night of the murder. That much is clear. Life in the family is a G thing. It's about being a man. Know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm not up on G things. I'm not even sure what a G thing is. My old man, he's gone soft. G, I'm actually pretty sure it just means guy. He says the old rival gang days are over. He just wants to make money. Isn't that a good thing? Man, there ain't no soul in making money. Without money, we can't survive. That's how you pay your bills. That's how you pay your food. That's how you pay your clothes. That's how you pay your bed so you can sleep in. Without it, you don't have a house to live. Yes, they say money is not everything, but without money, you can't survive. Guy is just pressing buttons and not paying attention to what she's pressing. Yeah. Better live fast and die young, for shizzle. Wait till I run the yard. Then everyone will know what time it is. That's right. OG time all the time. We're present. Apollo, why does he keep talking about old guys? I don't think that's what OG means, Lucy. OD. Yeah, whatever. Seems preoccupied. I'm not sure he even looked at my evidence. Alita, man, Alita. About the weapon, the pistol and the knife. Belonged to the family. I snuck him out that night. So the killer Mr. Stickler says he saw that night was... Guess it was me. I was there after all. Yeah! We're finished. Yo, Walkie. Do you think you could tell us exactly what happened that night? You don't beat around the bush, do you? I like your style, shorty. There is nothing else in my evidence I can actually do or show to him, and we will talk about that. Actually, there's a question I've been wanting to ask for a while now. That is, did you do it? Did you shoot him? No. Okay. Dang. I found out about the bullet by my heart, I found a gun from the family stash. Figured I'd give that doctor a taste of his own bad medicine. So, I don't like where this is going. But you were carrying a knife, weren't you? Oh, that? Yeah, well, never can be careful. So I'm on my way to the clinic, right? When I run into him in the park and he's dragging this noodle stand behind him. Wait, you didn't put him up to that? Like, you know, in the movies? If you value life, yo, bring that stand. Shorty, you're more whack than I am, and that's saying something. But I was serious. Thing is, I don't remember what happened next all too well. You don't remember? But yeah, I see it. If there wasn't anyone else there that night, then I guess it probably was did him then. Saying? No, I don't. Well, we've spoken to him enough. Is it too early to send them this? Alright. June 16th, Kentucky Mansion. Look at that crowd over by the park. Probably people trying to get a glimpse of the crime scene. But why are those girls screaming? I think I just heard one say, "Oh my God, it's him!" Wait, that motorcycle. Ah, if it isn't her forehead. Prosecutor Gavin. Some fans found me on my way out. Just my luck. Oh my God, he's so cool! Thus the stream. New album just came out, you know. Try waving to them. They love it. Ooh, he's so cute! That's so excited, it doesn't matter who waves to them, see? This is real. So you were here investigating? Die? Have you ever fangirled once? Yes or no? No? Let's hope you never do. Because, they can be pretty scary. And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. The hog? My motorcycle won't start. A clogged exhaust pipe. Too bad. It looks like such a nice bike too. I can believe that it could break just from that. It's my fault. I think I was using the wrong oil. Cars, motorcycles, they're all the same. Clog the engine, they won't run. Machine. Tell me you share my aim. For his... I ride a bicycle, actually. In any event, I'm off to the shop to have a fix. The detective in charge of the scene isn't fond of any case. Detective, the one in the lab coat? Yeah, she's in a foul mood too. Be gentle. Oh, when you're and butt, baby. Oh my God, there he goes! On the forecast for the park, gloomy skies. Well, nothing to do but head on in. Let's hit the park, Apollo. Park. June 16th, People Park. Really need to come up with a different name for this park. People Park just sounds very generic, dead. I'm going to tell the mayor to change the name of the park. After this crime, it should be just considered a Zeldoon Park. Huh? Does something about this scene look different to you? Yes, to me it does. How about you, Di? Does this scene look different to you? The blue tarps are gone. Maybe that's it. Yeah, I think you're right. Look over there. The white frock detective from yesterday. She seems to be apologizing to the trash can under a lot of stress. The investigation is probably not going so well. Hey, you there. If you're going to talk about someone behind their back, do it more quietly. Oh, Detective Sky. Hello. You seem as gloomy as ever. This is miserable. Miserable. I just got a new kit and I can't get this stuff to work. And everyone's all smiles for their glimmerous spot. Glimmerous? Does she mean Prosecutor Gavin? More to the point, doesn't she mean glamorous? When he walks, his shiny chain catches the sun and glimmers in my eyes. It's distracting. Emma, we need to talk about your eating habits. Them snackoos, we're going to turn you into a balloon. Speaking of distracting, I guess I just have to accept the fact that I lack talent. Sounds like she's trying out some sort of forensic technique. Detective Scott, you know Mr. Wright, correct? How do you know my daddy? I want details. Well, he helped me out a long time ago. You might say saved. Wasn't she saying something about getting involved in an incident? I can't stand it when things are vague, especially in a case. I went to study to become a forensic scientist in Europe. But you're a detective now? Well, I failed this. But you know, rank and title doesn't matter. What matters is what's inside your heart. I've always thought that too. And my heart is full of science. That's why I brought this kit through mail order. I'm going to test it here before the forensics team arrives. Are you sure that's okay? I won't lie, I'm not fond of the man. Those glamorous types always rub me the wrong way. Glamorous, right? The prosecutor should be cool and wit and furrowed of brow. Less glamorous and more shimmerous, you know? No, actually I don't. Well, that and what happened 7 years ago. Prosecutor Gavin was the one who stripped Mr. Wright of his attorney's badge. What? Really? He was the one? You mean you didn't know? I thought you were the one of his boys. I'm never a boy nor one of his. But let's see what she has to say. What exactly happened 7 years ago? I never actually heard the details. Then investigate. It's better you learn it for yourself anyway. Lucy also doesn't know the details of it. Do you mind me asking exactly what it is you've been doing? Squatting down on the ground like that? Ooh, you want to know? Well, I splurged on a new toy. Splurge? You mean it wasn't this issue? What is it? I see a roller and glue. This is a footprint analysis kit. Footprint? It was raining on the night of the murder, which means that footprints were left. Oh, does that have anything to do with those two tarps? Right. The ground was muddy, so I had to protect it as it was at it. Ever wanted to know exactly where somebody was standing? Like your panty snatcher student witness, for instance? Ah, so with this kit. Right. What? Want to try this stuff out? Are you sure? I mean, we're sort of opposing teams and all. Oh, you're friends. And to tell you the truth, I'm not so good at doing this. Guess I'm a little clumsy. I could use your help. Ooh, I'm good at stuff like this. I used to make magic bunnies out of paper mache. Footprint analysis, huh? Well, should I give it a go? Guy, you can pick the answer. Okay, I'll give it a go. That's the spirit. Right. Allow me to explain. Yeah, one moment. She's reading the instructions from her kit. Why does this not fill me with confidence? First, we have to pick the footprint, or in this case, blueprint, we want to analyze. I've taken the liberty of marking all the shoe prints apart. Well, which shoe print should we start with? If we're going to verify the defendant's account, here's the place to start. Shoe prints prepared to be examined. Ooh, this is so exciting. Right. Here goes. First, pour the plaster into the print until it's full. You try. How am I supposed to do that? Just press A where you want to pour the plaster. Like this. That doesn't work. You run out of plaster in your beaker before you're done. You have to start over. Okay. Not bad. You're handier with this than you look. What's that supposed to mean? On to the next step. Dry the plaster until it turns white. Right. Guy, does it already look white to you? Just press A to blast it with this dryer. There, give it a shot. You can't even see it on this monitor. Does it even show up on the stream? So this monitor that I'm using doesn't have HDR in it. This television that I'm actually playing the game on has HDR in it. Because I can see it. I can definitely see it. I cannot see it on this monitor, so this is what you're seeing over there on the screen. Well, they actually made the plaster look gray. Where here it is already white, and then they make it a bleach white to accumulate the HDR feature. Looks like it's hardened nicely. Let's take a look. Yes, that's a good one. Next theme. Ready for the next step? Use the roller to ink just the shoe print part. This is stuff that was not in the last two. Hold on the roller tight now with A and roll it up and down. Keep going till you get enough ink on there for a good print. Right, now the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's take our print. So you can use the control stick, which is going to move the roller a lot faster. Use the control pad, it moves it a lot slower. Makes sense, right? Ready? Here goes. We're going to have a mistake on this print. Let's see if we get a match. So, it is the right print, but I'm trying to figure out why they have the print showing that he has gum on his foot. So the shoe print belongs to Walkie-Talkie after all. He's in the park on the night of the crime. Wow, I can almost see the science at work. Don't you love it? Ah, nothing feels better. She's definitely way more into this than I am. How about you, Di? Did you actually enjoy that? I bet you were probably you're a lot more excited about this one than you were with the first three, because it's very well hands-on, and they utilize everything from the DS for this one. Just let me know if you want to do more. I'll be here solving the case with science. Well, that's certainly brightened her mood. Check the sky. Mind if we give it another go? Right on. Leave no print unanalyzed, I'd say. Now, to pick which print you want to analyze. Green or red, Di? You gotta pick a color, green or red. You want red? Okay, red. Okay, looking good. Next, to dry the plaster. Don't you wish you could do this part, Di? Okay, let's take out the mold. Yes, that's a good one. Next game. Right, now the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's take our print. Ready? Here goes. Huh? That's a funny shoe print. Is that even a shoe? It is strange. Except for the part with the leaf. I can say without even looking that this print doesn't match any prints on our list. Mystery. Check the sky. Mind if we give it another shot? I believe you're beginning to appreciate the wonders that is forensic science. So we have one more to do. Now, to pick which print you want to analyze. Okay. I hate this. To be honest with you, that was actually better than what I could do in the jab. This actually turned out better. But there's a problem with this one, in the fact that it is 2 parts instead of 1. And it's hard to make a print when you have 2 pieces without plaster going across the back side of that. Okay, looks good. Next, to dry the plaster. Okay, let's take out the mold. Yeah, that's a good one. Next scene. Right, now the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's take our print. Ready? Here goes. Let's see if we get a match. Now I'm going to let you pick who you think it is. You have to think about who was at the park. There was only 3 people who was at the park. We know Walkie was, which his print is already has already been examined. You have the victim, which is Maractus, and the witness, Weasley Stickler. So these shoe prints belong to Weasley Stickler. This confirms his testimony. Final version of it. Now we know where the panty snatcher was standing. Now we got one more talking. This print is far too smooth to be from a regular shoe. Is it a shoe print of some kind of though? That's certain. Minus the leaf. That's a maple leaf. Pretty sure. Still, you have to wonder what it's doing here. It's right next to the Aldoon noodle stand. It does make one wonder. Hey, you. Yes? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? You wouldn't happen to have something in mind? Something that might have left this mysterious shoe print? This mystery shoe print does remind me of something. Yes or no, guys? I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Well, we could try showing. I'm pretty sure I've seen something that would leave a print like that. You know, I think I have our culprit. So, we don't have it. There's nothing. Take that! Know what I mean? Snack? Snack, more precisely whenever I'm in a bad mood, I eat chocolate snackoo. I had no idea. I think she means you picked the wrong evidence file. I had no idea. Alright, so we don't have that, but I think we can actually analyze to get it right here. This trash can. This is where we found the mirror. Come to think of it, wasn't there something else in here? Something near the bottom? Look at the paint on these. That means these must have ended up in here after Mr. Wright's accident. Maybe they're connected. Let's pick them up. Slippers added to the court record. So what we want to do, I'm going to look at it. So, there you go. The bottom is covered with paint. Huh? What's this weird shape here? It looks like a leaf was stuck to the bottom when the wearer stepped into some yellow paint. So the outline was left when the leaf was removed. Ah! I got paint on my hand. Follow. I saw you try to wipe your hands on my cape. Okay, so now we can go back to People Park. Now we go to talk. Now we can show the evidence. I'm pretty sure I've seen something that would leave a print like that. You know, I think I have our culprit right here. Take that! Well, I think it's these slippers, actually. Slippers? What would slippers be doing out here? But look at the bottom, see? It's covered with paint, except for, see, right here. Hey, that spot is shaped like a leaf. What if a leaf was stuck to the bottom and came off when the slipper stepped in paint? Makes sense, doesn't it? Wait, something's written there. The Maracas Clinic. Exactly. The victim's clinic. Wait, That means that someone from the clinic was involved. Why is she just standing there? I'm Detective Sky. I have a favor to ask. What? Can you get us access to the Miraculous Clinic? The police won't let us in. They say the murder and the clinic are not connected. And it's off limits until we can prove they are. I should be able to do something for you. Yeah. Hey, really? Well, you did my work for me here with the blueprint. Seems like I should return the favor. Thank you, Detective Sky. Here, show the police officer on duty. Detective Sky's order added to the phone. Right. Miraculous Clinic, here we come to justice. Now, I want to go back and take a look at these again, because there is something I want to look at. See? Wonder, could this be a print? Why would there be a finger? Or you mean a toe print? Good call, Apollo. I bet we can analyze it just like a regular print. This could be a vital piece of evidence. So while we're here, we might as well do this. Save us a little bit. Die is snowing. It's snowing, Die. See, it's snowing. Go ahead. Tell me to stop making it snow. Stop making it snow! Alright, you want to see a magic trick, Die? Watch. I failed. Let's try it again. There we go. Hey, it worked! That looks like a big toe, maybe. Wow, I feel like the case is solved already. What was next? We have to match the print, right? Right, let's match it. Okay. The detective didn't give us the list to show Prince Apollo. Oh, good point. Maybe we should ask her, get some expert advice? I guess so. I'm not sure she really qualifies as an expert. Ah, the slipper. That's quite a clear print there, a toe print. Too bad we don't know what toe is. Well, there's a way of finding out. There is. What? All you need is a sample of the same toe print. Off another tube, for instance. Oh, right. So if the prints match, you'd know the same person wore both. Do I have another tube formed by the same person? Well, currently we have no luck at the moment. No, I can't think of anything I might have with a toe print on it. Oh well. It was too good to hope for, I suppose. Let me know if you find something. Toe print sample. So now we can go back to Aldu and go into the Miraculous Clinic. June 16th, Eldune's house. Oh, you two again. When will you learn? Look at me however you want. You're not getting in today. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Look what we have. This? Detective Guy. Yesterday was Prosecutor Gavin. Today is Detective Guy. Who are you two, really? Now he's suspicious. Well, you got the orders. I gotta let you in. Have fun. Thanks, Mr. Officer. Let's hit it, Apollo. June 16th, Maractus Clinic. Reception. Kind of an at-home sort of place, isn't it? The place has connection to the murder in the park. Sure of it. The police guy out front wasn't so sure. Beyond it being where the victim lived. Looks like the police team's gone home for the day. There might be some clues lying around. Let's get cracking, Apollo. Okay, so first things first is clinic demo. Look at all these bowls. Oh, they're from Eldune's noodles. They're Mr. Salty. And I think we figured something. I think we have. Mr. Eldune must do takeout. Not exactly what I was. All the bowls have been washed clean. I think we found our first clue to the There's a single pair of sandals here. Wait, why would there be sandals? Unless they belong to one of the patients. Maybe it's a visitor that comes to see Dr. Miraculous. You'd think they'd use his house entrance instead of a clinic entrance. In that case, if this patient or visitor isn't still here, why'd they leave without their shoes? Better take a closer look at this. Sandals added to the court record. These must be the slippers from the patient at the clinic. Same as the pair we found, of course. Look, a single pair is missing from the rack here too. And ours have paint on the bottom, which means they were taken out of here on the night of the murder. Right. The paint's from the hit and run, after all. But what were a pair of clinic slippers doing at the crash game? And what were they doing at the scene of the hit and run? Okay. There's nothing else to examine here, so we're going to take this test. Because we have... Hey, Apollo! You think this is... Well, this could be a tow pipe. Maybe we can get a print of this. Let's try it out. Making it snow again, Di. Go ahead, tell me to quit making it snow. We're making it snow already. Let's do. Hey, it worked! That looks like a big toe, maybe. Wait, I mean, It's great that we got the prints, but is there such a thing as a list of toe prints? Oh, good point. If there is, Detective Sky didn't give it to me. Means we can't match this print. This seems like a good time to ask if Detective Sky. Yeah, good idea. Alright. Look! This door says doctor's office. I think this is the victim's private office. Not locked. Too bad. Why too bad? I like opening locks. It's kind of a hobby of mine. Like those, like, bike locks. Don't even bother putting them on when I'm around. That's probably not a hobby you want to tell two people about. Ah! Apollo! That sound! It came from behind this door! Someone's in there. Let's check it out, Trucy. Break in! They left through the window! Wait, Apollo! You're too late to catch them now! That must be her experience. Panty snatching. Well, we should tell the police. Let's check this room out first, Apollo. If we call the police now, we'll lose our chance. You're right. She's better at this than I am. Well, one thing's for certain. This clinic and our murder case are looking pretty related now. Okay. This actually looks like... What a cute little safe. Looks like a 4-digit lock. Someone's already entered in 2 numbers, Apollo. 7, 9. Wait, you think that burglar just now was trying to open it? I wonder what's inside this safe. Is there any way we can figure out the last 2 numbers? Well, we know the first 2 are 7 and 9. Maybe there's something in the court record? Something that can help us figure out the last 2 numbers? This is up to you, Di. We'll give it a shot anyway. Well, I have an idea. I knew it, Apollo. What is it? Well, all we have to know is what buttons have been pressed. We can use this to find out what the next 2 numbers are. Take a guess on what piece of evidence we're going to be using. I'll make it easy on you. It's one of these 8. Just the first 8. It's one of them. That'll narrow it down for you. Okay. What can we use on the safe? Fingerprint powder.
Take that!
When you press the buttons, you have to touch them with your fingers, right? We'll leave a print. You open a safe, you don't press any other buttons but the right ones, right? So if we can find the buttons with fingerprints, we'll have the safe code. Not bad, Apollo. Cover all the buttons, nice and heavy. Look, you can see the oil finger residue clearly. Look at 7 and 9. These are glove marks. The burglar must have been wearing gloves. Well, we might not be able to identify the burglar, but we can open this safe. Let's give it a shot. Now, we know 2 other numbers, but we don't know the order. Can you guess in which order they go? Good job, Di. Very good. It opened. Aha. This looks like a bullet hole. You can still see the bullet sticking out of it. Why is it in the middle of the safe? Hey, the bullet came out. The tip is all squished. Not surprising given that it was fired into a metal safe. This bullet's got a story behind it, that's for sure. Bullet added to the core record. This looks like a medical chart. There's an x-ray in here with it. X-ray? Because it's killing. I can't read the chart either. It's all in medical. But the names are easy enough to read. Look, by patient, it says Waki Kitaki. So this is Waki, our client's chart, huh? Why would this one chart be here in this thing? Let's see, the physician says Al Maraki. Okay? What is it, Apollo? Look here where it says who filed the chart. Let's see, Nurse Alita Taliela. Alita Tialita is Waki's fiance. That's one Ita too many, Apollo. Never mind that. What's her name doing here? How should I know? So I guess it means she's a staff at this clinic. Odd that she neglected to mention this before now. I'm sure she had a reason. So Alita Tiela worked at the Maractus clinic, and now she had access to Waki Kitaki's medical chart. Waki is misspelled. She was he was thinking that you got the I and Y wrong. Apollo. I'd be very interested to find out what this chart says. Who could help us decipher this? Waki's chart added to the core record. Alright. We're done here. We gotta go to People Park first. I know that face. That's the face of someone who made a discovery. Hey, how did you know? You can't fool someone trained in the way of science. Next, you'll have us analyze space. Let's ask Detective Sky to help us, Apollo. Okay. Ah, the slipper. That's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Yeah, we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there's a way to find out, of course. There is. What? All you need is a sample of the same toe print off another shoe, for instance. Alright, so if the prints match, you know the same person for both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? Yes, we do. I think I just might actually. Really? I'm beginning to suspect something here. Detective Guy, can you compare this print with another? So, you already know the answer to this one, right, Di? It's going to be on this page. This pair of sandals, toe print and all. Ooh, the print on these is nice and clear too. That makes our job easy. Can you analyze it for us? Of course. Hang on. Bingo. Gosh, I'm good. Hey, we were the ones who found the prints. Perfect match. Same person wore these sandals and slippers. I was afraid of that. All you have to do is find out who these sandals belong to. Or you already know. I can't say. Well, that's one big step closer to the truth. Do you have an idea who they belong to? With the evidence that we've got so far, do you know whose sandal it belongs to? It should be quite easy to figure it out by now. We are going to show her this, even though we know this is not going to have an answer for it. Detective Sky, I was wondering about this. Ah! Trucy, wait! What? That's vital evidence there. You can't show her that. That's our secret weapon in tomorrow's trial for sure. Ooh, clever, Apollo. What did I tell you before? If you're going to talk behind someone's back, do it quietly. Okay. So... June 16th, Hickfield Clinic. Ah. Prodigal attorney returns. Welcome, Apollo. I heard you did well in the trial today. Here to discuss something? I could use a little diversion. Detective Skies. I want to know something. I have to investigate. Mr. Wright, tell me about what happened 7 years ago, please. I want to know. I need to. You certainly didn't waste any time getting to the point. 7 years ago, I was standing in the courtroom on behalf of a client. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius. I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard about it. It's all over the news. I remember that. You were up against Prosecutor Gavin, weren't you? Yes. only 17 years old at the time. Oh, that's still high school. Took the bar exam abroad, Europe. They're progressive over there, you know. I was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. My shame? I left the practice forever. That's all. That's all? How could that be all? What do you mean? What about what they were saying on the news about forged evidence? They said you forged evidence and had your attorney's badge stripped from you. Tell me, how does it feel? How does it feel to stand here before Phoenix Wright, the forging attorney himself? How does it feel? I don't want to believe it's true. What about what happened in the first trial? Did you notice in today's trial? There was a single piece of forged evidence. Talking about evidence that shouldn't exist. Not even suspicion. I didn't see you jump into my defense on this. Maybe I did forge evidence. Didn't it? Doesn't really matter now, does it? But I'm not an attorney anymore. That's the only truth you need to know. Right. Looks like he doesn't want to talk about the forgery. So there are some things that we can actually figure out. Especially with being so thoroughly ignored. Maybe. We found these two. They're truthy. Thanks, Apollo. Though I have to admit, as a father, I wonder, why are you still carrying my daughter's panties around in your pocket? That'll teach me to show off my evidence to Mr. Wright. Are we missing something? Are we missing? Kind of an expensive looking lamp, isn't it? Hey, the bulb's broken. Broken? Don't you mean burnt out? No, our cat burglar must have dropped it. Why is it standing up on the floor like that, then? Hey, look at the cord. Huh? There's a red splotch on the part of the cord. You think that's blood? A little bright for blood, almost pink. Something's definitely odd about this lamp. That's lamp added to the court record. That's what we. Windows ajar. That must be how our burglar escaped. Wonder what it was. Maybe it was just a burglar who happened to pick him. Yeah, but that's a patrol car standing out front. If I were a burglar, I'd come back the next day at least. I'd give it a month myself. Broke in, obviously. Break in today. Books and papers are scattered around the room. Wow, what a mess. This is worse than Daddy's room. The burglar must have left in a hurry. Even the cup on the desk here is lying on its side. Juice is spilled out of the cup. Dry. So the messy one wasn't our burglar just now? Someone knocked this cup over a while ago and left. I think that's all we need. I think we need. Still missing. Where are we? We're still missing something. No. We don't need to go back in the center. June 16th, detention center visitors. Don't cry, Angel. Daddy's back in Daddy's. Oh, you again! Do you always have to announce your entrance like that? Man, my old man, man. Now I'm all in a funk and it's his fault. One can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson. Failed, clearly. You two got your work cut out for you, straight up. Of course, I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go. Some days I wonder why I do what I do. Hey man, you won't see me begging about 1 or 2 guilty charges. But what if you're found guilty of murder? Hey, it's all experience. Feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor. They don't give the death penalty, do they? You didn't really do it, did you? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. If I've learned one thing today, that silence speaks louder than words. Man, my old man is whack. Disappointing. That's what he is. I heard he wants to leave the mob. Over my dead body! I spent my life trying to keep it real, being an OG, and never stepped down. But my old man wants to go soft? Fine, let him. Just leave me out of it. The day I get out of the clinic, that's the day Lisa and I start the next generation of the Taki family. Please don't talk as though it's assumed you're going to jail for my sake. Alright, so, want to, what's that? Some kind of x-ray? Wait. That's right, Walkie, it's yours. Hey, look, I don't smoke or nothing. I'll live long, right? I don't think he gets it. Take a closer look. Here in particular, where it says nurse, signed Alita Tiela. Huh? You lawyers do your homework. So you met Miss Tiela when you? Yeah, I met her at the clinic, so could you tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting? Fine. I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad. About half a year ago, I was shot during a little turf war with another family. I was ready to die, sure. They came in and got me, hauled me out, off to the doctor. The Maractus Clinic? That's where I met my fallen angel. You mean Alita Tiela? She was scared of me at first, turns out. But you know what they say, the bad guy always gets the lady. Right. He was done with the clinic anyhow. So I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangster style. Guess what she said? What did she say? Come on, give it some thought. She said it real quiet like, on the lowdown. Know what I'm saying? I'll leave. if you'll marry me. So that was the proposal. You know it. An oath of love right there in the hospital room. Just like that, the OP was done and we were out of here. See you later, bye. Oh, about the OP. Yeah. Didn't go so well after all, did it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me. This health checkup was the boss's idea, said. Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G? You know what I'm saying? But didn't you learn about the bullet at the checkup? Yeah, that's when I knew the doctor had to pay. Figured I could get that cat pulled after I got my revenge. Hey, I'm still living large now, aren't I? Incidentally, you ever had a health checkup before? Nah, my old man suddenly gets this idea that we all gotta check him. Guess he's getting old. Older, I mean. Man, that is so far off the bug, off the chain. Seems preoccupied with so. Wonder how my Walking? You don't happen to recognize these, do you? Hey, sure I do. I was the one who bought them for her. For Miss Tiella? Yes, a birthday present. She's got mad little feet. Mad. So cute, man. So these sandals are hers? Yeah, I kinda had a feeling. What's up with the funky vibe? Title updated in the core record. That looks like all of them. Alright, we're done with him. Now we should be able to speak out. June 16th, Eldune's house. Mr. Eldune, we've been looking all over for you. What's the matter, Juicy Doll? Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice. I suppose he is a doctor. Mr. Eldune, is everything okay? Just so happy. Just thought my doctor days were gone for good. Mr. Eldune. Do that. Mr. Eldune, could you take a look at this? Medical chart? Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these for fun. Why the sudden silence, Mr. Eldune? What? What's going on here? That's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my client. He's on trial on suspicion of murder. On trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's ABD. About, I think it means about to be dead. Oh. ABD? All but dead. He's knocking on the pearly gates and someone's about to answer. Can you tell us why? Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon. Listen up now, son. No way. It's like he's a totally different person. Well, according to this chart, this walkie-talkie fella's not doing so well. He got a bullet right outside his heart. That's right. Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation's already finished. But you can still see the bullet stuck in there. Why would it still be in there after the operation is finished? Well, about the only reason I can think of it is it was too tricky to operate on. What? That bullet snugged as a bug there next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap of metal is just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side, and there'd be too serious bleeding going on in. Not something your average doc's eager to fiddle with. You mean it took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is? It takes more than a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician. I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet. Of course, with the heart pumping and lungs working, that bullet's on the move. I'd give him another half a year tops. But Walkie's operation was already half a year ago. That's why I'm saying you're out of time. This kid shouldn't have been on trial. He should be on an operating table. Great. Just great. How could Dr. Maractus do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave the bullet in there? I got a pretty good idea how he felt. An emergency operation? He's got the kid's chest open on the table. Then he finds this bullet. That's despair right there, Trucy Doll. Cold despair. Despair? About the only thing he could do is sew the boy back up. He wasn't exactly in the situation to go admitting he couldn't take it out. The Kitakis? You bet. This kid's their only son, I hear. So he skipped the operation. And Walkie's back on the streets living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold. How awful! Which doctor would they take him to? Maractus. He's got enough ties to them. He could probably cover up the truth of what happened. That's just horrible! He left Walkie to die! There's a darkness in there. There's a darkness in this world, Truth, waiting hungry. Compared to it, these gangs' turf wars are like kid games. When you're up against real evil, well, it doesn't matter if you're weak or strong. They'll take you all the same. You were a surgeon, right, Miss Eldoon? You could operate on Walkie, couldn't you? I wish. What? I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world. So Walkie, he's really lucky to be alive now. No! There's one problem. Follow? This chart. Look at the nurse section. Alita Tiela. That's right. This operation was how they met. Yeah, the problem is, he knew. He knew about Walkie's condition guarantee. Ah! Why didn't she ever tell him? It doesn't make sense. He knew her patient was in serious danger. You'd think she'd want to get that second operation before getting engaged. What was she thinking, Apollo? What were you thinking, Elisa Ciela? What do you think, Di? What do you think she was? You don't know? You got nothing. Do you have an idea who our murderer is? You're not quite sure. We'll definitely find out next week, won't we? Next week's going to be the last day for this case. Then we're going to move on to episode 2. There are 4 episodes in this game. Twitch lost 600 frames because of exploits having some. Okay. So. Okay. There we go. So, we'll continue this on next Monday. Tomorrow is going to be Grocery Store Simulator. Wednesday is going to be Dot Hack. We're getting very close to the end of quarantine. And then we're going to move on to GU. GU should not take as long as Dot Hack itself. I think we're going on part 16 on Dot Hack. Quarantine. Thursday, I'd say that we're not going to be able to do The Sims 2. So, one of these days we will. I'm hoping we get to do it before June. June is right there where we're going to end up having to do our season for The Sims 2 and The Sims 3. And The Sims 2, the season 9 episodes, very short. We like to get a little bit more into them before the end. At least Sarah does too. And Sims 3 is going to be on Friday. PFL Week 7 starts on Thursday. We're going to see how many teams are going to be having a bye. That's our job for tonight. No wait. Not for the bye week. That's going to be tomorrow. You do the bye week tomorrow because you have to wait for Phoenix to be done. Or no, we have to wait for Phoenix to get done tomorrow. And tonight we'll be working on emails. We're working on the injury report, and we missed on several weeks of awards. Because they always name Player of the Week for all of those, and we missed out on so many weeks. Still there. Still there. Alright, that's going to conclude for this stream. You all have a wonderful night. Thank you all, you lurkers there watching. I appreciate you being here. You guys all have a good night. Take care.